Let's look at adding squares. The requirement is that the two squares have to be in the form a squared plus 2a squared. Let's look at an example. Let's say we have 3 squared plus 6 squared. What we're going to do is we're going to factor out the 3 squared. This will become 1, and this will become 4. Now, if that didn't make sense, all I did was factor out the 3 squared, and 3 squared divided by 3 squared is 1. And if we look at 6 squared divided by 3 squared, that's 36 over 9, which is 4. So this will be 3 squared times 5, so this will be 9 times 5, so this is 45. Now the trick here is that this sum is always going to be 5 if the question is in this form. 6 was 2 times 3, so it's always going to be like this. So the trick is to take out the 3 squared and then multiply it by 5. And that gives you your final answer. This is the same as this. Let's look at another example. Let's say we have 4 squared plus 8 squared. Now, the trick is to just multiply 4 squared with 5. This will be 16 times 5. This will be 80. If you don't believe me, let's factor it again. Let's factor out the 4 squared. So we'll get 1 plus, so 8 squared divided by 4 squared, that's 4. This will be 4 squared times 5. Next, let's look at adding squares in the form a squared plus 3a squared. Now, for this, you're going to take this number, so a squared, and multiply it by 10. Let's look at an example. Let's say we have 3 squared plus 9 squared. Factoring out the 3 squared will give us 3 squared times 1 plus 9 squared divided by 3 squared, which is 9. This is 3 squared times 10, which is 90. Again, the trick is to just take the first number and multiply it by 10. Let's look at another example. Let's say we have 4 squared plus 12 squared. All we're going to do is multiply 4 squared times 10. This is 16 times 10, which is 160. Let's do it the long way by factoring it. So we factor out the 4 squared, so we get 1 plus 12 squared divided by 4 squared, which is 9. So this will be 4 squared times 10, which will be 160. Now, doing this in your head can be a little bit tricky, so this requires a lot of practice. I've linked a practice worksheet and its answers in the comment section, so make sure to go check those out.